didn't think I'd be revisiting this project so soon. I thought I kind of left it in a good enough spot to where I could pick it up down the line when the need arose for the whole project. But I was doing some more research and did some more digging, and I think I found an engine that can replace the nginx-rtmp module that I was using. In the first video, I talked about how nginx-rtmp module was good and very simple, and I really liked it, but it kind of felt old, I guess. The last commit has been like 2 years ago now, and it lacked a lot of things. It only accepted RTMP, and it only outputted HLS and dash. It didn't support some kind of the newer, better stuff like low latency HLS and just stuff in general. And I loved it, but I wanted a better solution. I just couldn't find one. I did some more looking, and I just couldn't find one until I found this. This is OvenMediaEngine. That's a very interesting name, but I think that this will work as a not quite drop-in replacement for nginx-rtmp module, but as a close enough. I did go through and I think I checked to make sure it supported everything I needed. But the biggest thing is that ingest-wise, it can submit, or it can accept many different things. We do have our RTMP, but we also have our SRT, WebRTC, and our TSP, which is also very nice. So we have more different ingest solutions, but the biggest though is the ways that this can output. So we have low latency or LLHLS, which is very nice. It also supports WebRTC, and there might be some other things, but pretty nice. They also have a player called OvenPlayer. Just a lot of things to make my life easier and just broaden what I can accept and what I can do. And because this is an engine, not necessarily an entire back-end solution, I still need my backbones, I've been calling it, to wrap around this and really do more to enhance it and make it more like a platform of sense. So I will still need that. They have an API to actually connect with this engine and do some stuff, so some stuff might become redundant. I can remove it. The only thing I don't quite know for sure is how the clip system will work, because this can do recording, but it doesn't do the same that nginx-rtmp module did, so I'll have to do some looking there. But fingers crossed is I can start working on this. I can take the nginx-rtmp module, remove it, and replace it with this, and just need to rehook everything up. So that is the goal for now. Do that, come back, see where it's at, and see what things I need to change or adjust or redo because they don't work with this right out of the box. I was finally able to get OME set up in Docker, and I was able to finally connect to it. I also have I have my camera that's over here that I was using for testing the previous version, now streaming to OME, and I can now hit the API, and you'll see I get some information about the stream, just generic stuff, tracks, input, output, and then I can also get all of the streams that this app is holding. I'm still learning some stuff. vhost, I'm still learning what the vhost means. I think it's just the ingest server, in which case I only have one because I'm not clustering these at all, which is kind of nice. You can cluster them, but if I did, I'd probably only cluster the edge nodes, which are in the middle. So I probably don't have to worry about that. Apps, probably also not have to worry about that because I'm only gonna have one app. But yeah, so this obviously has a token. I just have this as a test for now. But that's how you can connect to the API and communicate with it. Obviously, it wouldn't be exposed outside the network. It'd only be exposed to just the containers themselves. I can use backbones to communicate with this to get data. But a lot of learning, a lot of documentation reading. We're getting there. I think the next step is, now that I have a stream going here and I can actually access the APIs, to basically rip out RTMP or nginx-rtmp module and replace all those with calls to the API, or figure out what I can do there. So that's what's up next. Turns out there was only one API called remove, and that was to get all of the current live streams. So that was adjusted and moved over to being through the OvenMediaEngine. And now we have video. I've probably blurred this for privacy, but the video is working. It is sub-second. It's really nice. So really can't complain. It's working again. Basically, it's all been replaced. Only thing that's left now is to actually hook up the rest of the stuff, to hook up the clip system, VODs, and kind of all of the extra stuff that's not just the actual streaming. So that's removed you now. The thumbnails also don't work right now, but I think all of this can be solved, and all of this is still in OME. So I should be able to figure it out, hook it all up, and get the site kind of back to kind of where it was before we made the switch. So that's the next steps, to hook up all the rest of the stuff. I've been working on this now on and off for past month and a half. I kind of forget now. It's been very low priority for me, but I think I finally got to the point where I've completely replaced everything from nginx-rtmp-module with OME, and I think I've gotten the parity basically the same. There's been a lot of learning, a lot of figuring out how OvenMediaEngine works and how it does some things, and I've kind of had to rework some things, which some of it was kind of for the better. So as you can see here, this is just the main live stream that's coming off of the camera over there. That's still the same. This is obviously the low latency, so that's good. But now we have the clip system, which still works. I can still create a clip. I still have to do the whole, refresh after a bit once it takes the clip. That still is a process. I thought it was working. I had to restart everything. Oh, there we go. So I've cleaned this up. So the clip system still works here. It takes a 30-second clip. It's still not perfect. It's like 29 seconds here, but it takes a clip. But the thing that's different now is that we are no longer clipping from the live stream VOD or the save file. That is gone, and it has been replaced with what OME calls the DVR, or a live recording, I guess. I forget the specific, but basically we're going back to what I wanted to do originally, which is sort of that circular buffer, whereas this is working a little bit differently. But basically OME is configured to just have a cache of, in this case, the last 3 hours of the stream. So whenever you have the stream here, it's saving to disk, and it's always keeping the last 3 hours of that recorded stream on the disk and ready to read from. And it's basically just the regular LLS or the HLS dump or the HLS files, just making sure it always keeps that timestamp. But that means for making a clip, I can just go ahead and grab the last 30 seconds. I don't have to worry about stitching between two files if I kind of hit the boundary of that 30-minute interval for the recording split or whatnot. I can literally just go in, just grab the last 30 seconds or however many seconds of the stream and simply just extract it there. And if I do it this way, I don't have to actually take it and convert the stream or convert the clip to an MP4 right then and there. I could probably just take that bit out and just keep it as like an HLS bit. That might be more performant, and then whenever you want to go download the file, you can then convert to MP4. I don't know, right now it is doing MP4 conversion. That can be figured out down the line, but performance wise, when it comes to making a bunch of clips at the same time, that might be more performant. I don't know, but at least the clip system is much more practical and a lot easier to work with the kind of that circular buffer. That's the cache buffer, I guess, as it was. In addition to that, though, because again it's keeping the last 3 hours of stream, I can do this where I can do a video which is actually showing the last 30 minutes. Obviously now I just restarted this a few minutes ago, so it's only the last 10 minutes. But in theory, this will expand to the last 30 or the last 3 hours or whatever you configured. But what this allows me to do is to make a replay system. So you could go back and you could, go frame by frame or kind of go whatever and basically have a small replay. So if you want to replay a footage or make a call for whatever, like in sports, you have that ability. So that's there. Additionally, I also have the VOD system that's still there for the channels. So if you go here, VODs, these are still here. So it is still doing the VODs and doing the 30 minutes intervals, but yeah, that's all there. So at any rate, I think that's about doing for the switching over to OME. OME has been great. I've been enjoying it so far. We'll see how it continues to go, but that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.